Okay, first things first, we need to get some diesel over to FJ Warner. I have a plan. I have an actual plan for today. I tried making a template Patriot before, but I ended up chopping out all these microcontrollers that are hidden within the back. So I've got to do it this way. Get rid of everything sort of one by one, block by block. Right, so these are microcontrollers I need. Some of these I don't need. What is this? That is the map. Toolbox, I don't need that one. What's this one? Outriggers? I got rid of those. What is this? Crane, that's gone. I think this is the crane as well. Yep, it's all gone. What is this? More cranes. Speed converter. And oh yeah, that's the camera. Then this is the truck. This is the fuel dash. I think I need all these ones. Okay, so I just need to shove all that in the back here somehow. Actually, I'll shuffle these axles around as well, because the orientation of this and also the inverted steering. Should I leave the inverted steering on? Maybe, but the orientation of these wheels was only really to accommodate the what are they called? Outriggers. I think these can go. This whole like line through here, that can go. And then I think I'll just have two axles for this one. Have I explained what I'm doing yet? I'm just going nuts. So this truck is going to be a fuel truck or a tanker truck. It should be a nice and easy conversion. Okay, how long do I want the back to be? I want to put one of those kind of squished tanks on the back. And I think I should make, if I'm going to make a tank, I should make it MCS compatible, just because. So if I go give myself that one block gap and then bring this back, what do we do? 29, because that'll be, well, 29, that's massive. No way. That's a typical ISO tank. 8 units of MCS. I don't want it to be that big though. That's crazy. Is that really 29? Oh my goodness. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you haven't seen MCS before, modular cargo system, basically there's an electrical connector at every like interval of 4, I suppose. And then each one of these nodes, I guess, is a unit. So we take this and we go, that's 1 U, and then this is 2 U's worth of distance, and then 3, 4, 5 units. Oh man. I wanted to make it a little bit longer, but 8 seems too long. Do I do 7? 7 units? It's a weird size, and it would hang off the back. What if it was 8 units then? No, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it was 8, it needs its connectors here, but I want it to be... I want you to be able to take this off the truck. Or, do I? Do I? I want to be able to convert this into an MCS compatible tank later on. So what I think I need to do is bring these connectors in one. You can have one space overhanging on MCS, because if you think about where those connectors are, let me change color. You can fill up those 2 spaces and still not be interfering with the container or tank or anything next to it down the line. So I can put them in here, and then we can go. It's better if you kind of keep 2 divisible numbers for MCS, because that's how pretty much everyone except me lays out their like trailers and rail cars and everything like that. I don't think anyone else that I've seen anyway, I'm the only person I know of who just puts them everywhere in case you want any kind of configuration. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. I'm going to do that. That looks right. It looks okay. It could be a bit better, I think, but, you know, what do I need to do here? What is, whoa, wait a minute. That was a T. Does that mean my all-wheel drive on my truck isn't engaged at all? It should be a cross. Cross? It should be a cross. That's not good. I better check that on the Patriot, see if it is at all connected. I do want it to be a little bit longer. I don't want it to just be like identical when it sits next to the wrecker. I want it to, you know, look like a different vehicle. So what if I do something a bit weird then? What is that? Oh, the rope. I do really like having that rope anchor there. That's just convenient. So convenient if you want to tow something to have a rope anchor just sitting about. So this is 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to go 7 units. That's my length. And I want it to hang over the edge a little bit. Let's figure out where barrels go, because if I can line it up with the length of the barrels, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, these need to go, yeah, see this? It's going to delete 3, yeah, and line up exactly with where the edge of that barrel is. Or maybe not, maybe it's not going to. Maybe I need another weight block. Okay, but that's good. So we've got all-wheel drive. We've got a little bit of rear-wheel steer, because I think that's just something maybe unique that I should have. We've got space for a 7U container, which is very weird, but I think it would be good. And then I'll need to find out, what do I want to put under here? What I'm going to do now is shape a tank somewhere in between here, so it's not going to go any higher than the top of the truck, and it's not going to go much lower than the base here. So let's do it in a weird color so I can see what's going on, because I think it needs to be like probably, I don't think I can use these. No, 1x4 is too big. Okay, 1 fuel tank, and yes, it is too high. The reason I did it like this, because now I'm just going to go copy, save this, and we'll call this Patriot tanker. And then for safekeepings, this is the 7U tank. And back to the tanker we go. Okay, so now I'm going to try and sink this down. What was up with this? It didn't have any pieces in there. Actually, I think it looks better when it's like slightly up, slightly above. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm just going to permanently affix this one. Bit of that. Oh. I probably need to extend the back of this somehow. I only want a little spot for it to like have a support structure. Like that. I guess it needs to come out one more. I want to put maybe some little tool chests or something in here. And I need to get all these microcontrollers hidden away. I mean, that would be the ideal place to put them, is right here. Come on, get out of it. Along here, and then extend the width. So now I take all these and try and line them up. Yeah, I'm going to need to do a bit of chopping though. Or at least a bit of reorganizing. I need them to be 3 wide, so can I get away with any of them not being changed? It's a lot of microcontrollers to try and hide. I can probably get most of them. I might be able to get all of them. What's on this one? I think there might be some behind the driver's seat that were part of the pumping system as well. So maybe some of these can come out. Fuel, battery, reverse. Reverse. Right door light. Yeah, this thing here. Equipment lockers. That could actually be repurposed to put in little equipment cabinets in here. So maybe I need to keep that. Let's just paint this and then hope it kind of fits. So I'm missing 2, a 1x2. So if I find a 1x2, I will know where it can go. And then I'll forget about it. Oh wow, okay. It basically, it's just slots in there. And then I think I'll take the weight blocks and cover up the edges. Maybe we can put some of these in. Do I want weight blocks? Just normal blocks. And then I can just do that. What I need here is like a piece on top of the main body that will interfere with a piece of the rear body. So when they try to roll away from each other, they won't roll too far. So what I want to do with these as well, I want to get a different flag. Probably going to use the California flag. It's like a bear. And then maybe I'll put a bear on the side. I don't know, I want to use maybe some more American iconography, some different animals, some different flags. Make them all look American, but not be just all generically the same. So I'm missing now all of my equipment, all of the welders, defibs. This isn't a rescue vehicle. This is just a refueling vehicle though. So it doesn't need all that stuff. It needs like a little chest on the side, which maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe this thing can pivot down. Is that kind of goofy? I like using these belt pieces for like toolboxes. I've done them before. We go like that and that. And if this works, I'll duplicate it onto the other side. And I wish it was daytime and I wish I could see. Huh. Ha. I forget because I'm usually always in creative mode, but I need electricity for these things. Electricity. That's the idea, I suppose. It's rotating too much, but that only gives me 2 equipment slots. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good utilization of space. The one folding down is a pretty good idea, but I don't know about this folding up business. You know what? I'm gonna go sleep so that I don't keep spawning this in during the night. Yeah, see, it's not going all the way now. You can access two items. Feels kind of stupid though. Feels a bit dumb. How else can I do this? You know, where I've put all those microcontrollers, you won't be able to fix them if they get damaged. I should move them. I should put them somewhere else. I don't know what to do about this toolbox situation. I think it coming down on the bottom is fine, but it's like the going the other way is not so good. Now, I don't need this on both sides really. Should figure out something I can put on the other side, like a fire suppression system or something. I do like a rope. Yeah, I think I can get... Oh, I should do a pump on the other side. Yeah. So on this side, we'll do like a rope and a welder. Kind of the stuff you're probably not going to need that urgently. Rope and a welder. What else? I've got first aids inside the cab. I think I should have the top piece of equipment there. Do I need more ropes? No, I need like cables and hoses and stuff. Get rid of that. Cable, hose. There's a defib in the truck, isn't there? Yeah, defib and first aid inside the truck. I'm gonna paint this the same color as the truck. Oh. I don't like it though. It just doesn't look right. And it's like so close to the ground. It's in the ground. God damn it. Okay, I feel like this is starting to waste too much time. So those are getting chopped. I'll just come back to it. And then what I want to do on this side is a winch. Probably, do I need the big one? Doesn't fit. And there's gonna have to be a pipe on the back of that. It'll have to go that way. And if it's going that way, it'll have to come right up the front, I think, because I need to put pumps in here. I think the pumps need to be a bit nicer looking. They can't just be disgustingly placed along the side. I could put the pumps inside the tank, but I feel like it's one of those things where if they're on the outside, you can at least weld them up if they break. I think this is what I'm going to do. Okay, I don't want to do that. I like being able to see the circly bit of the pump like that. Can I put them together? Not without having to go up, like into the side of the tank. What about sideways? Yeah, I could get away with that. So what if I do them hanging down and then go pipety pipe? Yeah. 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 So they share this side, and then on the other side it goes... Yeah, so this side here actually needs to like branch off. No, it comes in here. And then you need like these ones, solid pipes on the inside. Okay. So let's say the solid pipes go into the tank and then the outside pipe goes into the winch. Yeah, I could flip that if I wanted the pipe back near the winch. I'm gonna have to get rid of something. Oh no. Good thing I remember down here at the end, these two blocks are just empty. So if I cut this whole thing out and spin it around, I might even be able to shuffle it back one. All my microcontrollers are back in. Yeah, and then this is the pipe that then goes up into the tank. Pretty good. There you go, into the tank. So it goes into the tank, and then this one needs to somehow come back here to where the winch pokes out, which is pretty easy to do that, I think. I feel like I should put a valve on here somewhere, a manual valve, because you know the same thing is going to happen as last time. It'd be better if this side with just the pipe went into the tank, and then the side that goes into the pump goes into the winch. So I put a little thing like that and then put the hose just on it, just on like that. Just like this. Actually, that's probably not too bad. And then I can put a little wedge on here to make it look like it's being held up or something. Because I'm going to need buttons anyway for the pump's going to need instrument panels. Which, no, I'll put it over here. Wait, so it needs a winch out. It needs, oh man, far out. Far out. What I actually need to do is put the hose and the instrument panels above the pumps. They should be down like that. Yeah, that makes way more sense. And then I probably don't even need that back row because you'll be able to see everything over it. So it'll be like that. Might make this one a, what am I looking for, a pipe? A normal pipe. Help it kind of blend in maybe. It looks a bit weird. I want it to like connect to it though, you know? If you just do things like this, have pipes that go to nowhere, it can help make things look a bit more realistic or a bit more like they're supposed to exist there. And then we need to figure this all out again. Yeah, I think that's much better. Okay, I think that's what I'm doing. It'd be really nice if you could get the hose anchor without the blocky pipe beside it. So, oh, you know what I'm going to do then? Is run a T-piece with a valve. A valve. Manual valve. Because then I don't need to worry about putting an anchor anywhere. It can just run off the winch. Maybe the winch should be that way? That way? They all look pretty stupid, to be honest. No good options. Okay, so now I definitely have to use specific sides for specific things. Ta-da! So I've got one hose, two large pumps, a manual override valve, a winch, 150 meter winch. We have winch up. Wait, is that what that is? Pump in, pump out. The fuel level, I put the battery dial here as well because that's just like it's all on the same controller anyway. Then we have winch in, winch out, and winch length. And I'm not putting a winch signal on this because you're not going to be using it to grab anything. So we've got a pump, we've got a tank. We've got toolboxes that don't really work. Time to pick a color. What about white? What about grey? No, I've got a grey truck. What color truck don't I have? pink color truck? What about a green color truck? A light blue? Brown? Orange? Green? Like a military green? What if it was like that? A military green with the orange tank? Yeah, pixel art takes forever, so I'm just going to leave those things. It looks like I've painted some colors wrong. What color engine should I have? A red engine? Like a very red engine? An orange engine? Oh, sheesh, what did I do? Oh, my seat's red. Blue? No, this blue? Oh, I actually don't mind that. There's a lot of clashing colors here, though. What's a nice engine color? I'll go with dark blue for now. That's all fine, that's all fine, that's all fine. It's all fine. This should probably change along here to match that. That's an indicator light, so maybe that can stay. I'm going to do fluid meter, fluid spawner. I think you can do physics flutters in here as well, but I like to have a hatch so you can actually get inside. I don't want to put a flutter in here. 25. What's half of 25? That's where the center of the hatch needs to be. And I need a ladder. I think I'll smooth out the inside of this tank. It'll reduce the capacity, but I like being able to go inside my tanks and look at the nice curve. Look at that nice curve. Maybe I should curve the corners as well. That looks weird. Okay, so I just need to make sure my electricity is connected and then do some logic and we're good to go. I don't know what's going on here. Do you think that's going to work? I need to get about probably like 500 liters of diesel over to FJ Warner. So that's why I'm kind of putting this together quite quickly. Not worrying about it too much. I need more equipment slots so I can actually store my stuff. So I'm going to pump in fluid level 0. Diesel, this one? Pumping out. Okay, so it's about 2,000. I need to get down to 1,500. Yep, that'll do. Fuel level 600. Where's my spear gun? Just in case there's any sharks. My reversing camera doesn't work. Okay, well, that's a big whatever. So I'm going to drive this over to FJ Warner and get some fuel over there. And then I'm going to build a train, which I've already started working on today, so it should be quite easy to get going. This feels very long, doesn't it? Maybe a bit too long. Oh, but it's fast. It's very fast. Do you guys think this is too long? I feel like it's a very long truck. Maybe if the cab was a bit shorter and then everything got shuffled up to the front, it would mean maybe removing the bed or pulling it forward at least. And also, what do you think about replacing the American flag on the roof with like an American Army flag? Like a big star or something. I feel like the green, the type of green I've used has made me think of a military vehicle. And I mean, that's American, right? Militarized things are very American, so, you know, it kind of fits the theme. Maybe it could be a little bit camouflaged in some places as well. Maybe like paint blocks along the bottom and do a little bit of a camo stamp thing along the bottom. This truck is so fast now. We're doing like 134 across the salt flats. It's just all the weight. It's just shed so much weight. I can just go for it. And now we're not stopping here. We're going to E-Train, which I think is still part of FJ Warner. Hope it is. Yeah, these containers are definitely bugged. Pumps on the other side, I think. What's that say for fuel? Wait a minute. 37s. What? What the hell? What the hell? What? What? The whole reason that I needed the fuel tanker was because all my fuel was taken into the Octane catamaran yesterday. That's what happened when I spawned it and it said there's like insufficient diesel or whatever. And then it filled the catamaran up with 3,000 litres, because that's like all of the diesel out of these tanks. Right? Because we started the voyage with like 3,800 or 3,400 whatever litres. And that's why I could only make it over... What the hell? What's happening? What? I swam all the way back. I didn't hallucinate all that, did I? I started at the North Maya outpost because that's where I swam to yesterday. There should have been no fuel here. Because I spawned the catamaran here. And the catamaran takes diesel. Okay, whatever. Oh no, I didn't make that a toggle. Oh man, what's up with this game? Does it just not... Can I just... Is this infinite fuel from FJ Warner now? If I take the fuel out of FJ Warner and then like go off into the desert and come back, will it all be here again? Wait, what? Wait, now it's... What? So it did actually have no fuel in it, but it was just showing that it did. Is that what happened? Can I return this? No? What? So I have to park it in the middle. This game, man. What a piece of shit. Okay, so I'll change on here anyway. 3, this will be toggle, and 1 is toggle. I'll check that the winches are push because they should be push. And the winch speed can probably be increased a bit. Probably 2 on this one's fine. Okay, so that's not even what I wanted to do today. I just needed to get some fuel here. This is what I've been doing today. So I've been goofing around with PIDs, trying to get this boiler to maintain its pressure. So here's my PID, and the PID is absolutely crazy, out of control. What I ended up doing is I read the boiler pressure, and then if the boiler pressure is below 1, so negative 999 to 1, so you like any number under 1, then it will be 0.14 on my air valve, because that's what I'm controlling my furnace temperature with. Then that just goes to the air valve. Then if the threshold is above 1, and 9 is the high I put on here, because I probably need to put some kind of anti-explosion overpressure thing, because boilers explode at 10 whatever it is psi. So if it's between like 1 and 9, I consider that too much, and then it starts counting down. And here this thing doesn't say it properly, but the increment is 0.001, and the clamp, the minimum is 0.135 and the maximum is 0.14. So it's only got like 0.005 of leeway between its minimum and max range. And it does mean it fluctuates a little bit, but generally it works. And I've really kind of run out of time. I thought I was going to have enough time to turn this into a proper little train thing. And I think it's facing the right way already. You've got to go like backwards out of FJ Warner. The only thing, yeah, because I was going to build this into a proper train, so it's got no lights on it or anything. I don't need a bed. I probably should just put a light on it so that it's like not super dark when I'm on here. Let me put a light switch on so that I know it's like all connected. That's connected, that's connected. I need to put a generator on here. I'll show you how this works when I get this on. So where can this go? Probably out to the side. Gen. Nope, that needs to go to my main battery. Okay, so what have we got? We have a diesel furnace, the most fuel efficient way to run an engine right now. Then I've got my new lights button. This is the track switch button. Then we've got the key to turn the furnace on, and then my throttle for my electric motors. So this furnace, I put these door frames around. I think it looks really cool, like steps it down. So it's got this little wedgie thing. Anyway, in the back here, we've got the valve, which controls the amount of air coming in, and then the exhaust just pops out the top. Then we've got 2 pumps, which are cycling the coolant between the boiler and the furnace, and that's just continuous loop. These dials or displays were just for testing the PID, and they didn't really help me. I think I can get rid of all of that. Then we've got a condenser, which pumps into this heatsink on the front, which could be a weak part of the system. I'm not quite sure about that yet. I've got my diesel fuel tank here. I've got 2 generators, which are geared up. I think it's 1 to 27 is how that works. It's 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and 1 to 3. And then we've got 3 medium steam pistons. And yeah, just what happens is you turn the furnace on, it heats up the boiler makes the pistons go, and then the condenser turns the steam back into water and chucks it back inside the boiler. And the pistons run these two generators here, which are just continuously generating the same electrical output right now, but there's probably something I can do in the future to modulate how much they're generating. So if we're not going too fast, they can generate less, and if we're going very fast, we can generate more, and try and keep the motors maxed out. And the motors I'm using are in the wheels. So I've got 2 medium motors here and 2 medium motors here, and it's like diesel electric, but it's diesel steam electric. And these are just some trucks that I made a while ago. This one's kind of interesting. It's got a hinge on the back, which has derailed quite a bit today in testing. So I think I need this to be 1 speed and probably 50% max power to try and keep it relatively straight behind these 2 leading wheels. And so these 2 leading wheels rotate, and then this back one hinges, so it's kind of free wobbling around there. What I wanted to do was maybe have one of these and then have another one of these free rotating wheels on the front, because that's about the same length as this whole unit, and then just plop it down. And then this was going to be my fuel delivery system. But I guess what I want to do then, I was going to build like a rail car to go on the back of this. Something I could pull, but because I don't really have the time, I'm just going to kind of do this one real sketchy. Oh, I should put a fluid meter in here as well, because that would be really helpful. Yeah, I think this is fine. We've got a light. We've got a spotlight on the front. That's connected. We're all connected. Cargo, train, fuel delivery. Yeah, this will be fine. It's only turning into nighttime, and I don't want to drive through the night, so I'm going to get a bed as well. Nothing can stop me, and I'm just going to spend all my money on fuel. Yeah, I need fuel. Okay, so to turn this thing on, we go key. And then, yeah, you can't really see it, but that diesel furnace is going. If I look at the tooltip, the temperature's going up. If we have a look at the boiler, then the temperature on this is going up, but the pressure won't be going up until it reaches 100 degrees. These pumps are just going for it. That's their max flow rate as far as I can tell. And then the variable valve here, it's 0.14, so it's maximum. We're trying to get up to temperature, and then once we hit 1 pressure, 1 psi, whatever the pressure is, it'll drop down to 0.135, and it'll kind of flicker between, but that's pretty stable for it, I think. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's nice and easy. Nice and easy way to generate a lot of power without really doing much. Like, it's very minimal logic, and it's mostly pumps is keeping the system contained and like operating. It's all recycled steam. So there's no, I'm not dumping the steam anywhere. I don't need to refill my boiler at all. It's not going to disappear any of the water. Nice and easy, low maintenance. So I just need to wait for the boiler to get going though, that's the only thing. I was thinking it would be real interesting to have all the engine just on one side and do it real asymmetrical, and then have a really big walking area around one side. Either I'm going to do this, or it'll just be a very narrow, small train with just sort of the boiler furnace stuff in the middle. This feels very fast. This is going to be a long and boring train ride. Here we go. I need to go left when this straightens out. Please already be left. Oh, god damn it. I feel like I can see some kind of weird glow before the lights actually turn on. Ugh, stay on the tracks. Stay on the tracks. Look at those pistons going. I think it'd be really cool to leave that exposed. Yeah, it's okay. I think I can go a little bit forwards. It's right on the corner. I have to wait for these to spin down so that the generator isn't having any output, and then it will stop. Should have just put brakes on it. Hold on, what's going on here? The temperature's going up. This is off. Why is that on? The ignition's off. Oh, because the cooling... I wonder if that's why the temp's going up, because the cooling pumps are on the key, so when they stop, it's got nowhere to send it's got nowhere to send the heat. So now it's got to cool down from ambient. That's a problem. So I think I've got to put a valve in with the on the fuel tank, put a valve so that it can just like completely shut it off. I gotta be kind of quick about this thing. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Pump. It is taking my money. Feel like because the furnace is on, it's hot, and so it just sucks diesel into it to burn, you know. The temperature is going down, but it's still... I bet it's still sucking in diesel. Yeah. And at exactly the same rate as it would be normally, so that's kind of concerning. So definitely need to put a valve on here, just a simple on-off valve, just so it cuts off all the fuel. And then what have we got here? This is so slow. What is this? I should have put a pump on here. I'm gonna be here forever. I'm gonna go look for a dog. Gonna look for a dog. Might as well get a dog if we had to come all the way out here. Gonna bust into everyone's house. Open up! It's the police! I'm not seeing any dogs. There's not really any other buildings around here. What's this? Is this a dog? Oh, it's not a dog. No dogs. I wish it said like flow rate. I wish they would just make a flow sensor thing you chuck on a pipe and it just tells you the flow rate. Furnace is still going. Dude, this is so slow. I should have put a keep active on it and then I could just walked away. 131 temp. 318 fuel. It's used 100 liters just sitting here. I've got $45,000. This is not the way to do this. This is terrible. This is so incredibly slow. I've like There's been a siren going off. I just left and went and got some food, and it's just like, bleh, bleh. It's just taking forever. I'm going to... I'll get it up to 4,000, and then I'm going back. I'm gonna let the pumps heat the boiler up, which, it's already going. Better go disconnect this hose. Winch up. At least I'll have diesel at FJ Warner. Okay, now the way out of here, I have to go back through North Harbour, and then I turn right, then left, and then right. Right, then left, then right. Oh no, no, you piece of shit. Is this fuel tank leaking? I hope it's not. I don't think it is. This obviously doesn't want to turn off, it's just going to use all the fuel. So I am... Where am I? Going backwards? My boiler has exploded though. And the fuel tank... It's going to burn through anyway. What's the plan? What's the plan from here? $41,000. I could buy beginner, or I can go back to FJ Warner. God damn it, I thought I was onto something. Obviously corners can't be taken at high speed. Where is it going? Where are you going, you silly train? What am I gonna do, you guys? Yet again, things have gone terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. I'm contemplating starting a new save file. That one thing also, I noticed that the new oil spill DLC isn't active in this world, and I thought it was because I thought I made this save file on that day. But I made a new creative file and it's happening there and not here. So I think it's a good idea to start a new save file anyway. And this might be the thing that just pisses me off so much that I need to start a new save file. So I'll have a think about what I'm going to do, and if I want to stay on this world, I will hop my way either to Beginner Outpost or FJ Warner and come back and rescue this train, or I'm just going to start a new save file. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.